We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing, yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking, defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
What it do, what it do, what it do. You're back with another episode of BBO Boxing with your boy D Free and Prize Fighter. Appreciate everybody that came through. Make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. What's going on, Prize?
Ain't nothing. What's popping, Free? What's good with you?
Ain't nothing, man. It's kind of quiet tonight on the sport of boxing, but we got a little bit of news. I saw that.
What's that noise, Free?
Probably my friend. I saw Cameron and Mace was talking about Ryan Garcia, the stuff that he said about Tank and Bud. How you feel about that situation?
I didn't see the Cam and Mace, but I heard about it. My man sent it to me like, yo, I never clicked on it. But as far as that situation go, I mean, Ryan is a clown. He's a joke. I don't know why these brothers be smiling and taking pictures with him and just I believe some of them don't even follow boxing, but they know who he is. But I think he's a scumbag, and somebody need to punch him in his face, like not in the ring. Somebody need to punch him in his face outside the ring. I like to get Caleb Plant on him. Caleb Plant seemed like he the only one that's active in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So somebody need to punch him in his face, bro. Like if I was Tank or Bud, when I see him, I would punch him right dead in his face, bro, for the people. Because clearly he think he can just say what he want and do what he want. He's delusional. And then he's not even really suspended for real, because he can fight. Just not in New York, right?
No, he's suspended in the sport of boxing.
I heard he was only suspended just in the city, but
well, I mean, he can maybe get a license somewhere else, but usually when one state suspend you, they all suspend you.
yeah, he's a joke.
If it's like a small area that don't really put on boxing like that, he can probably fight there. But as far as going like to Cali or Vegas or anything like that, he can't fight over there. He won't be able to fight in none of the major cities because they're going to follow what New York came down with. But I mean, with the whole Ron situation, I think the dude is literally having a breakdown, and he needs to. What's going on, BC? He needs to get himself together. He might need to go to counseling or something like that.
Counseling. He needs to be punched in the face. We need to take it back to the 80s and 90s where you did somebody go upside your head, and that'd probably change your thinking around. Because he needs to be stopped. Somebody gotta put the 1-2s on him, bro.
I mean,
Terrence seemed
if
like
he
he'd put hands on him.
yeah, if he keep going the way he's going, he probably will get dealt with. Because he can't be saying that to anybody because some of these dudes don't care about the law. They
Right.
they they deal with that when they deal with it. But so I mean, it's a sad situation, but it's
Me
not
too.
something like it's not like it's new. It's always been around. It just I mean, a lot of people seeing it for the first time in their face like that, but it's always been around. Um, it's sad for it to be a fighter who has a lot of following because, I mean, make no mistake about it, Ryan Garcia has a big following. And a lot of times when you have that following and you saying the stuff that you're saying, a lot of people gonna follow what you say because of the clout that you have. They're gonna follow behind what you're saying. So you gotta be responsible with your status of being a celebrity, being a superstar, whatever have you. You gotta be responsible with that. Um, because people look up to you, whether we believe they should or not. They look up to you. He said, "I'm an equal right, active, equal left too."
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but yeah. I mean, like I said, it ain't nothing new. It just people wasn't expecting it to come from Ryan because he does hang out with a lot of black people. He hang out with a lot of black people, and that's the funny thing about it. When he say the things that he say, and then you still have black people that hang out with him, you like, do y'all really care what he say out of his mouth, or y'all just around him because of his star status? Because a lot of them
Especially
look,
that one guy that's around him. He's a raccoon. I forgot his name, but he sound like Uncle Ruckus. I can't stand that dude. That dude's a joke. He's a clown. One of Ryan
yeah,
homies.
what's going on, Crush? Yeah, a lot
What's
of a
going
lot
on,
of them
homie?
did. Yeah,
Crush.
a lot of them just look stupid because you hanging with some dude that's putting down your own race, and you right there with him, and you like,
Riding with
oh
him.
well, he didn't say it to me. It doesn't matter if he said it to you. He said it about your race. So unless you're not part of that race, he's talking about you as well. So it just, I mean, like I said, I mean, it ain't gonna change nothing. It's still gonna be out here. It just you gotta know when it happens. It can't be something that you surprised by because it's out here. Everybody knew that. I mean, if you from my age bracket or Crush age bracket, you know it's always been out here. It's just they try to keep it undercover, but eventually it's gonna come out because people always slip up. We see it with celebrities all the time. They always slip up and they say how they really feel, whether they drunk, whether they high, or whether
Hmm.
they think ain't nobody listening. They're always gonna say how they really feel. At some point in time, it's gonna come out.
They get to talking and running their mouth and just saying anything. And Ryan friends, a lot of them dudes, man, they just yes, man. They just there for the ride. As soon as his money go away, or if his money went away, they ain't gonna be his real friends. That's just how
What's
it
going
is.
on, Thomas? What's going on, Thomas Hill? What's going on, Remo?
T Hill.
What's what's going on, Crush? How you feel about the whole Mason Cameron podcast that they did about Ryan?
Uh, man. Well, like you said, our age region and everything, we aware of this. This been going on since the beginning. I expect nothing but these things to happen. Um, you got to know who is who, who's really what. Even your own people is not your own people. You know. And like you said, they with this guy for the ride or whatever like that. But I'm sick of it, man. I think these dudes should have their heads knocked off. If I'm any fighter, I want that. I want to knock his head off
Hmm.
because I ain't running around being racist, talking about your people like your people can't be talked about. That's the whole thing. Everybody can be talked about, but our
Mm-hmm.
people, we don't get that back in return. Unlike myself, I'm a rare
Yeah,
form. I can give it to them because I know where they come from. I tell them about themselves. So
yeah.
it don't bother me in that way because I know how to deal with them. But if I'm any fighter, man, don't be going for that. Because this is the way. this is what they really mean. They telling you this is the way that they really mean. This ain't no mishap or I was high or I was drunk. No, you said what you've been thinking the whole time. So since you feel that way, lace them up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Lace
I
them
don't
up.
want I don't
And
want him to
then
get in the ring crushed. I want somebody to punch him outside of the ring. I don't want to
that,
see him
that's
get
what I
beat up in
mean.
the. I want to see
That's
Terrence
what I mean,
Crawford or
Brian.
Caleb Plant. Really, I want to see one of them dudes just really punch him one good time.
Hey dog, I tell you on everything I love and hate, man. If I caught one of them dudes and they was close to my range, I'm still an off on them. Arrest me or whatever, and I'm gonna make it count. It's gonna hurt. I ain't no professional,
Mhm.
but I can punch. I can fight. I ain't all that in the ring, but I can fight. Goddamn, that's one thing I can do.
No
You
doubt.
know, I ain't put all them years in the ring to be where they at. You know, I could if I
Mhm.
wanted to, but I ain't with that nonsense, man. And our people, we've been going for it and taking it for the longest, and we put our energy towards each other when it should be towards them. So any fighters out there, knock his block off, roll up on him on the street. See, back in the day, bruh, see, they couldn't talk that back in the day, because fighters will catch you on the street and go in your mouth. These
Hmm.
guys is a little too passive right now. Y'all better go talk to Caleb Plant and start smacking knuckles.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. I swear, Keita seems like he the only one out here. Like if he say he gonna do something, or you do something to Caleb Plant, man, he retaliates, man. So however you don't like him in the ring or whatever, I like Caleb Plant. Period, man. He ain't going for none of that. And I don't think Terrence Crawford is either. I think Terrence Crawford is the type that'll slap you like outside of the ring, bro.
I I,
Yeah.
I got I see Bud throwing hands on one of those dudes on the street, because when he
Hmm.
be stepping to, he be ready to steal off on them dudes anyway. Like he
Yeah.
was ready to
Mhm.
cold put T.O. to sleep, man. Like stop playing, man. Just
Yeah.
because you're a boxer don't make you a street dude. Because a lot of these guys wasn't street dudes. They went straight to the gym and stayed away from the streets. There's a
Hmm.
difference. This guy's a street dude. He can naturally fight. Any registered. It's a difference, man. It's a difference. You guys got
Yeah.
to know they lane. They think they can say anything, man. Y'all can get beat up by people on the street. Don't think it can't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like that's why I said a lot of these people gotta understand. You might think that you're protected, but some of these dudes don't care about the law. They don't care about the law. They don't care what the consequence is going to be. Because I know a lot of guys that I grew up with, a lot of guys that I hung out with when I did hang out. They don't care. They react and then they think about it later.
Hmm.
So you gotta understand. All of these people ain't going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, he's just a celebrity. I'm not gonna do nothing because I'm gonna get in trouble." Nah, they don't think like that. Especially out here on the streets, on the real streets. They don't think like that. They don't care if you're a celebrity or you're a regular person. They don't care. You say something wrong, you do something wrong, they're gonna react.
Hmm.
And you gotta be mindful of what you say and what you do. I mean, some people. I mean, maybe he don't care. I mean, he might be at that situation where he don't care. He feel like his back against the wall and he got to do something in order for people to keep eyes on him. But sometimes sometimes publicity is not always good publicity. So yeah, you keeping your name relevant, but it's not in a good light. Is making you look bad, and it's actually starting to turn people against you because the people that was trying to give you a second chance or whatever, a lot of these people that was backing you about the whole Devin Hayden situation, they're not backing you now. They're not backing you. They turning their backs to you. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I've been around long enough to know that these people do exist. It's not something that I haven't seen before. It's not gonna be the last time I see it. So I mean, you just gotta take it the way it comes and deal with it however you want to deal with it. I know me, I would never support somebody who degrades my race at all. He would never get my support. So I don't. I mean,
Nothing.
you can't even apologize because you apologizing. You said what you said. You meant what you said. You apologizing because you know you did something wrong. You're not apologizing because you're sorry. Because if you were sorry, you would have apologized right after you said it. You'd be like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to say that. It came out wrong. I didn't mean for it to sound like that." But You waiting all this time and you come out with a statement apologizing. You're not sorry. You just know that people realize that you did something that you wasn't supposed to do, and so you want to try to get back in good graces. So he would never get my support far as anything. I don't care if the man has a change of heart and then he seeks counselor, anything. He would never get my support. But on to another topic is a lot of people out here upset about this Lamont Roach and Tank Davis possible fight. There's a lot of people out here upset. Um, I really, I mean, I understand why some people upset, but then again, it's like what you want the man to do. If he can't get a fight, that's the only fight he can get. What you want him to do? I mean, he tried to make a fight with one of the fighters that we said we want to see him in there with. He tried to make a fight with another one. He even sent the fight to some people that y'all said he should face if he don't get those guys. And these guys ain't
You
willing
don't
to
want
get
to
in the
fight.
ring with him. Yeah, they're not willing to get in the ring with him. So I'm like, you just want him to sit out and wait till these guys say, okay, they ready to get in the ring with you? Nah, these other guys are getting fights. I mean, he could fight too. It might not be your cup of tea. If you don't like it, then don't support it. But you can't tell that man not to fight because you don't like the opponent that he's fighting. He got to stay busy. Everybody else gave Terrence Crawford a pass for staying busy with David Avenesian. They gave him a pass. They was
They didn't
giving
give him a pass. They grinded Terrence Crawford up for that.
no. It was a lot of people that was giving him a pass. They were like, oh, he got to stay
Only the
busy.
Bud
He got to
fans
get
was
a
giving him
bag.
pass.
He
The
got to get a
majority of the
bag.
boxing community was like, bro, what is this, bro?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, people was giving him a pass for that. People was giving Shakur a pass to stay busy with the Joe Cordina, or he got to stay busy, or whatever. So, I mean, no, at the end of the day, the man tried to make a fight, and dude walked away from the table. Other people turned down the offer. I mean, they said all Tank got to do is send an offer. He's the A side. All he got to do is send an offer. Well, he did that. These guys turned him down, and so he got to make a fight. You got to make a fight. I see BBO saying Tank is scared. Scared of who?
That's
Who said
crazy.
they want to get in the ring with him? Which guy said they willing to come and face Tank? Which guy?
Lamont
I
was the
need to.
only one that stepped up. I mean, like I said, the majority of the boxing community is pissed off about this. I'm gonna stay neutral. I don't know, like I, I'm at the point, like I'm at the point to where I don't even care no more. Like the times we're in today, it is what it is. If you're going to continue to support boxing, then do. If you don't, then don't. I just want to see him stay active. I'd rather for him to fight anybody, like I said, because I said it on plenty of shows before. Go bum bash until the people, till somebody come up, like Shakur, Devin, anybody, T.O. Until
Okay,
then,
he
I'm
said.
not saying Lamont is a bum. I exclude Lamont Roach from that. But I'm just saying, just go beat up people. You know what I mean? Just don't sit out the ring for 18 months, 21 months.
Okay.
That's all I'm care about.
Uh, uh, he said T.O. and Devin. Which one of those guys said they coming to 135 to fight him? Which one of them said they coming to 135
Well,
to
he
fight
can
him?
go to 40, you know.
No, he can't go to nowhere. They could come to him. He's the A
No,
side.
I'm
They
saying
could come to
because
him.
and you're right.
It,
They could come to him, but if there's no action for him in 35, he has no choice.
if he sends them, they want to fight. He sends them an offer to fight him at
And then
135.
they
Ryan did it.
decline it, and they all decline it.
Ryan.
Now,
So
let's
what you
say
telling me is, Ryan has more heart than all of those guys then, because Ryan did it. Ryan said, okay, I'm not gonna go to 135, but we could do a catchweight. He did it.
no. What I'm saying is, if Tank sends offers to fight for the WBA title at 35 and nobody wants to fight, then what's the problem with him moving up to 140? Because most of the 135 pounders, most of the 140 pounders, they came from 35. Who's there? Rolly, um, Pitbull Cruz, who Tank
The
fought, he's at 40. Ryo's at 40. Um, I don't see what's the big problem with him going to 40
the
because I
the
think
the,
he can beat most of them. But
the,
I
pro, the
get he
pro,
don't want to
I'm gonna tell
do
you,
it.
the problem
I get it.
what the problem with him going to 40 is he don't want to go to 40.
He don't want. the big
He
fights
don't want
in.
to go to 40. That's
He
what the
don't want the
problem
big
is.
fights in.
No, they don't want the big fight because he is the big fight. He is the big fight. You how much money is Tio getting per fight? $1 million? That ain't nothing. How much Devin got for his fight? He's still asking for some more money. The fight that they try to make for him, the purse bid was 2.5. So he ain't getting no big fight.
I still
He is the
feel
big
like the
fight.
money is at 140.
No, the money is wherever Tank is at. That's where the money's at. Wherever Tank is at. There's no big fights without Tank Davis.
So
Name a
what are you gonna
name a
do
big
at
fight.
35? What if Loma keeps ducking? Devin's not there anymore. Shakur, let's say Shakur go to 40. Let's just say, or he duck him. Then what is he gonna do if he doesn't fight Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson at 35? What's he gonna do?
Dog, listen what I'm saying. Those guys, if they want the fight, everybody said Tank Davis, all he has to, he's the A side. All he got to do is send an offer. Well, if
Offer.
he sends an offer and these guys don't accept it, then they should be called a duck then. Because
Okay,
y'all said all
I'm
Tank got
okay
to
with
do
that.
is
Call them
send the
ducks. Let's
offer.
call them all ducks. So the top one, let's say the top 1 and 2 guys, or well, he's number one at 35. So let's just say he's the champion. The number 1 and the number 2 guys don't want to fight him. So now what?
He's fighting Lamont Roach.
Okay, he knocked Lamont Roach out. Now what?
He fight whoever he decides to choose to fight.
See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. The food is at
No,
40. The challenge is at 40, where he can. I don't see a problem. I think he can dominate at 40.
no. The problem is he don't want to go to 40.
Okay,
I
I
never heard.
understand
I
that,
never
free.
heard.
But
No,
then
no.
then
Listen,
we
listen,
have
listen,
then
listen,
he's gonna have people
listen,
talk about his legacy forever. Then that he ain't
listen. What
fought
I'm saying.
nobody. They're gonna say these
Listen,
things about him.
listen. What I'm saying. Listen. What I'm saying. I never heard nobody complain about Marvin's Marvin Hagler going to
He's not
168,
Hagler.
170. No, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. I never heard nobody complain about Hagler going to 68 or 75. I think it was 75. I don't think it was 68 then. I don't hear them complain about going to 75. But the only big fights that Marvin Hagler had was guys that were smaller than him. Those only big fights that he had.
But that's a different time and different day. I don't want to compare
No,
Hagler's
it's the
era to
same
the.
thing. He didn't move to another weight class. They
Nah,
came
he was
up
a
to they came to where he was at.
yeah. He was a career middleweight. I get that, and you got to be very disciplined to do that. And these kids ain't disciplined like no Hagler. So I don't even want to put Tank and Hagler, and I don't even want to do that. But my thing is this: if every let's just because if you want to call them ducks, call them ducks. I'm cool with that.
So
Whatever.
it's
You want to
it's
call Shakur a duck? Hold on, free. You want to call him a duck? You want to call Loma a duck? They duck Tank. They duck Tank. All right. Now what? I don't care that he's pulling up a 130 pounder because that guy's fought above 130 before in his career at some point. Tank Davis is going to run out of opponents at 35, and it's going to kind of be like what how people were saying Roy need to move to 68. He's nobody left, He's going to be fighting these guys. And then people gonna say, "Oh, Tank ain't fight nobody. Oh, see, another bum. Oh, cherry pick. And they gonna say all these things about him. And he's 30 years old. He haven't had a legacy fight. They're gonna say all these things, and he's running out of opponents at 35. If they like Floyd moved up, I mean, fighters moved up. Manny moved up. I mean, it's time, bro. If they don't want
at
to, okay, call them ducks. Shakur,
no
you want to call Shakur duck? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't call him a duck. But if you want to say he duck Tank, he duck Tank. If you want, we all know
no
Loma duck. Fine. Now what's next?
no. I'm not saying he can't move to the 40. I'm saying if the man said he don't want to move to 40, what's the
Then
problem?
the problem is then people going to talk about him negatively, and people are going to stop buying his
Obviously,
fights.
he
But
don't care about that. He don't care about that. Obviously.
hey,
Go ahead,
but
Crush.
Prod, you saying the money fights is him at 40. Ain't nobody up there bringing no damn money to nothing.
I
That's
disagree.
one. None of those guys. Who bringing money at 140? Who brings money? None of
I
them
feel
dudes.
like I feel
He's
like
the
he
A
has a
side.
I feel like he has a better shot at making more money because he's going to get paid regardless. Let's be clear on that. I feel like he has a shot at making more money at 40 than he fight Lamont Roach. Let's say he fought Teofimo Lopez at 140 next. That's going to be a way bigger fight than Lamont Roach. If he brought Sabril Matias
Uh,
from the grave, that's going to be a big fight. Pit Bulls at 140, Rios at 140. There's some guys at
Nobody
140.
wants to
And
see
if
that.
Tank go, then who do we want to see him fight? The
Why
only people
do
want to
he?
see him fight is Shakur and
Why
Devin.
why do he
Me,
got
I
to
don't
go to
care no
those
more.
guys
I mean,
though? They not the
I
A
who
said
side.
knows?
They're not the
those are
He
A
two
might.
most
side,
popular guys out of
right?
140.
Hold up, and that's one thing, Price. But do you hear any of those guys at 140 calling his name out? He'd be in the same situation because ain't none of them calling his name out either.
Well, because like that goes back to what D Free said, because Tank shows hey, he has no interest in going to 40, so them guys are not even like well, they're like whatever.
I didn't say he has no
No,
interest.
but if but
I said,
You
what if he
said that
don't
he
want
didn't.
to?
You said that he didn't want to go to 35,
I
right?
said he
you
don't
mean
want to
40,
go.
you
Not
don't.
now. Not
What?
now.
Okay, he doesn't want to go to 35, so he has no interest at 40, right now. So the 40 pounders are looking at him like, well, he ain't coming up here. He gonna do all kind of stuff, and I would go up there and just put a 10-pound clause on everybody, because he is not the biggest guy in the
But
world. People don't like him when he does that weight class stuff, and I get it, y'all. But Tank's not that big guy. He trying to make the playing field even. You seen Dan Belanga and Canelo blow up to all this weight. You seen even and then my got one of my favorite guys. You seen Devin blow up in weight, so I get what he's doing. Like he's not the biggest guy, and they were like, oh well, people criticize us for that, but screw that. Canelo was huge when he came in there against Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather's so great, he dominated him. But like Tank, I get what Tank is doing with that. So maybe he should go there and just say, you know what? If you want to fight me, I'll come to 40, but damn 10 pounds. That's it. If you don't want to do it, then y'all all ducks. And then we can start talking. But I feel like he's running out of options at 35. I'm glad he's staying active, but I still feel like he's running out of options. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with nobody. I just feel like he's running out of options, and there's bigger fights at 140 than it is at 35. Because you said Shakur's a duck. He quacked out, right? That's what y'all want to say? Fine. You said we all know Loma ducked out. Okay, cool. What's next?
Well, how you know he not standing at 135 for a mega fight?
What mega fight?
Everybody wants to see him in
because ain't no
monster.
big names at 40. You
There's
trying to
bigger
say it's
names
big
at
names
40
at
than
40. Ain't no big
35.
names at 40.
There's bigger names at 40 than 35.
Who?
There's bigger
Who?
names like
Who?
Teofimo Lopez, El
Who?
Rayo,
Tio's not a bigger name
Pitbull.
than
Didn't who?
Tio's not a bigger name than Shakur.
I didn't say that.
Nobody want to see no Pitbull.
I didn't say
Nobody
that.
wants to see a Pitbull Cruz fight again, and he
I
got
don't
his ass
either.
beat,
I
guys.
listen.
I don't know
Hold
why
on,
you
hold
keep
on.
mentioning
I don't
Pitbull
want y'all to
Cruz.
think. Listen, I don't want you guys, and I'm talking about YouTube, Crush and D
Pitbull
Free.
Cruz ain't a
I
big
don't want
name.
y'all to think
His
about. I
stock
don't want.
dropped after that.
I don't want y'all to think that I'm
Go
making
ahead.
up
I'm just saying.
excuses. I'm not. I don't want y'all to think that it's me. I'm just reading comments and what people are saying. That's all I'm doing. I'm playing devil's advocate right now, so we can talk
And
boxing. It's dry and boxing.
and we saying Tio is not a bigger name than Loma
Exactly,
or
Dante.
Shakur.
Massive
But
pay-per-view
Well,
fight.
they sound stupid.
no, he said
They
he
sound
said
stupid.
Tank versus Tio is a monster pay-per-view. Says who?
You don't think that
Nobody
fight would
wants to
do
see no
close to
Pitbull
seven
fight
hundred
again.
thousand? You don't think
No,
that fight would do numbers?
we don't know if it would do numbers or not. Tio's never been on pay-per-view.
You don't have to be on pay-per-view. Well, I
Dog,
take that back.
the
That's
the
crazy.
biggest
But
gate period.
Tiafimo has a big enough name to where if
Dog,
Tank and Tio fight and then they start promoting that, the right
listen,
promotion, that's a
listen,
big
listen.
pay-per-view fight, bro.
If
Y'all
if
tripping.
Tio if Tio name was big, if Tio name was such a big name, then him fighting Josh Taylor wouldn't have been in the ballroom that only sits 4,500.
But Tank is the star. He needs a dance partner.
No,
Tiafimo's a
you
great
said
dance partner. He's gonna bring at least 50
Tio.
to 100,000, not 100,000, but I'll say he'll bring at least 50,000 people with him, like to the pay-per-view. He'll put something to it. But I think it's a massive fight, like Dante said. I think that if we see that if they announced on December the 14th in Houston that Tank Davis was fighting Teofimo Lopez, bro, that would be massive, and y'all niggas know it, bro.
in
Don't even do
in
that.
Houston.
Or in anywhere in Vegas and on Mars. Who cares? If they
No,
announced that
that
fight, that would be a big fight, like the homie said, like the brother said, like Dante said.
and then y'all believe that it would be a big fight. You don't know that it would be a big fight.
Bro,
You believe.
everybody on YouTube will be talking about it,
No,
free.
everybody on YouTube ain't the vast majority. They ain't the vast majority. You
We're
believe.
the
I'm not saying.
reporters. We
Listen,
report the
listen,
news, free.
listen. What I'm saying. I'm not saying
Gotta
that
get
you're
another
wrong.
drink.
I'm saying that is not. I'm saying that's not a fact. You believe that it will be a big fight. I'm not saying that it won't be a big fight. I'm just saying you believe that it will be. It's not a
Bro,
fact that it
come
is a
on,
big
bro.
fight.
You know
Dog,
that's a big fight, bro.
dog. I don't know anything because Tio has never fought on pay per view.
He's never
And the
fought on
big
pay-per-view.
listen what I'm saying. The
Never.
biggest the biggest gate. I mean the biggest amount of fans that Tio has put in a stadium was 4,500. 4,500.
The
That's the
reason
biggest,
I say it'd be a
and that
big
was against
fight, G
Josh
Free.
Taylor.
You're right. And you're right. The reason I say it'd be a big fight is because people are so desperate for Tank to fight someone on the caliber of Teofimo Lopez. Okay? They could promote him as the two-time
No,
lineal champion. He's moving up, yada yada yada. I'm telling
so
you, bro.
if Tank fights Tio, let's say let's play hypothetical. Tank fights Tio, he stops Tio in 6. You know what the headline is going to be? You know what the
Say that
headline is
again,
going to be?
Free. I was reading text.
I said
We can say that
If
again.
Tank fights Tio, he stops him in 6. I'm just being hypothetical. He stops Tio in 6. You know what the headline is going to be after that fight?
What?
Tank stop another Latino.
So what? Who
That's
gives a
that's
damn
the
about that?
that's the backlash that he's getting now. He's fighting
Let's
Latinos. He's not fighting a bad fight. He's
let's
fighting Latinos.
let's do a commercial and get right back to
And
this real quick. And wait,
All right,
Crush, hold
hold
on.
on.
Let's get this commercial out of the way, and then when we come back, Crush, set it off.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $ JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle, our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Now go ahead,
Go ahead,
Crush.
Crush.
What was you about to say? Pardon me.
yeah, real quick. All right, so we talking about this To and Tank thing, right?
Right.
Now, mind you, words cast spells, people. And why should I put money in somebody's pocket who's being racist? I'd rather whoop your ass for free. Excuse my language. I'm not gonna put no money in your pocket and you calling me a monkey.
I get it.
We could just get that on in the street because it's personal. Because Tank don't need Tio.
No.
Tio's looking for a payday which he can't produce on his damn own, which he haven't done in his career yet. These things that he says out his mouth is not helping him, especially when you being racist. So
I
I
get
get
you on
what you
that one.
saying, Prize, but the whole thing, Tio ain't the man.
No, you're right.
And
You're
I
right. He
get
has
what you
made
saying,
those
what
comments.
looks good on Tank's legacy, on his resume, right?
Yes,
But
that's all I was
my whole thing
insinuating.
is, if I'm a higher rate fighter, why do me beating a fighter that's on the lower level, look good on my resume? Because they definitely not on the same damn level. I don't.
No doubt. I'm with you on that. And Tio maybe would have been probably was a bad choice, but he was the first one to come to mind. But again, like I just think there's more quality and quantity at 140 than there is at 135. And if Tank decides to be a career, for the rest of his career, if he decides to be at 135, I'm still gonna watch all his fights. I don't care who he fight. I don't care if he go like what BVO would say and go down to the Amazon docks and get one of them workers back there. I don't care. I like Tank that much. I appreciate what he does in the ring. So I'm at the point where I don't even give a damn who he fight. Just fight anybody. Just stay active. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's more lucrative fights at 40 for me. I like the El Rayo fight. I don't mind that. I don't want to see Pitbull Cruz because he got smoked by El Rayo. So I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind Sabril Matias. I'd like to see that. That'd be fun to watch until Sabril gets sleep. Um Again, Devin is up there. We don't know what Devin's gonna do. So I'll say Devin. Um a Ryan Garcia rematch. You know, I mean, again,
Um,
going off with Crush, based off what Crush said, I'm kind of with Crush. I wouldn't give neither one of them type dudes no payday ever again.
let let
So
let's
I get it. I
let's
get
just be
that part.
let's just be honest. Let's just be honest.
Just do
We saying those guys are bigger fights because you know those guys, because you know them.
right.
We don't know if they're bigger fights than another fight. We
Okay,
just
I'll
saying
say
those are
big
bigger
on
fight
paper.
because
I'm sorry.
those are
I'll
the
say
guys
big on
that
paper.
we want to see him fight. Those are the guys that we want to see him fight. But that doesn't
Bring
mean that
bring Crush back up. He's go ahead, free.
Crush
Let
he
him get
fell
the
off.
name.
He fell off.
But I
I
thought he
wait for him to
said
come
he
back in the
did.
back.
Uh,
No, he ain't in the back. But
okay.
yeah, he it's just because those are the guys that we want him to fight. But that I mean, because you want him to fight doesn't mean that's who he has to fight. That's just something that you want. Doesn't mean that's who you have to fight.
Well,
And like I said, if those guys are not available for him to fight, they're not available for him to fight. We don't know if he's trying to make those fights. Like right now, Tio is a fighter who's dealing with some legal issues with Bob
yeah, he
Burns.
cooked. I don't. I didn't. I shouldn't have brought him up. That was terrible. But
Yeah,
I'm so
he
used to
did
bringing him up without BVO up here. I didn't know what. I'm so used to talking about him.
Tio right now is hoping that Turkey can get him a fight because Bob Burns is not really messing with Tio right now. And
Right.
then
He in
we
the
looking at
corner.
Devin. Devin is trying to get back in the ring with Ryan, and Devin just took a bad beating by Ryan. He's not going to get in the ring with Tank Davis right now.
Not next.
I mean, even if he is going to get in the ring, who really wants to see that right now? You want to see if Devin recovered from the beating that he took from Ryan, regardless of what Ryan might have been on or whatever have you. He took a bad beating from Ryan. He took a bad beating, so
I just want people to stop
nobody
talking
really wants to see
so.
that fight right now.
I just want people to stop talking so greasy about Javante Davis, man. I think that he's
I
the
mean,
goods. He
they're
needs
going to do
that
that.
fight though, free. He does. I'm not. I can't disagree with the people because most of the people is right. He needs that signature. He needs that fight, bro. He has to have that, bro. He's too good not to have one of them fights where he get clocked or something crazy happened and he got to show adversity. I thought he showed the goods in that Barrios fight, but everybody crucified me when I bring up Barrios' name. I feel like that fight aged like wine. But when I'm at work and when I'm around my bros or around my homies or whatever, and people they grind me up, Barrios, who is he be? He ain't fought nobody. He
But
ain't this and that. I'm like, damn, I thought Barrios was all right.
let's say he goes in this fight with Lamont Roach and Lamont Roach give him a real tough fight. Was that
I hope he
really such
does.
a was that really such a bad fight for Tank Davis if Lamont
He,
Roach give him
no,
a real tough fight?
I really don't even hate this fight. Like the rest of the people and the fans, not saying you guys on the panel, but the fans in not in our chat, but in the other chats and all over the place and all over the boxing community, fans is pissed about this. I'm like, damn, give Roach a chance. He's all right. He's cool. It's something. Then y'all say he don't fight the brothers. He fought two brothers in a row. Y'all grinding Tank up for that. So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just happy to see him. Like I don't know what to say. But people
See that?
not happy. I do understand where the people frustration comes about. Tank never did this and Tank never did that. Cause I'm not he does need that signature. I'm not gonna disagree with that. But all that other stuff about he can't do this and he can't do that is crazy. Like I think y'all just need to be
But
people running out of patience with. I don't want to say be patient with Tank. That would have been a poor choice of words
but
because people run out of patience. But I mean, it'll
here's
happen. It's gonna happen.
here's my thing, Prize. I
Mm.
hate that people say he needs a signature fight. He needs a signature. What do everybody else need? Because he's the signature fight. Not everybody else. The A side is the signature, not a bunch of B sides, C sides, and D's and E's. What are they talking about? They was talking the wrong thing. What they need to do, he's already accomplished. Let's get that together, people. He's the money bag. He don't need none of those dudes. What do you mean? The bag don't need nothing. Everybody else need the bag because he's the bag. When did the hell did the A side need everybody else?
Mm.
What are we talking about? Let's be real here.
It's frustrating. I don't understand why they talk about him like so. Canelo can do that. So let's say he start moving like Canelo. I mean, he said he's in it for money.
Well,
He's told
we
everybody he's in
well,
it for
well
money, and he doesn't want to be in it long. He
we
doesn't.
can't we
He
can't
just.
we can't say he's gonna move like Canelo because we see him try to make the fights that we want to see him
I
in there
know,
with.
but I just said let's just say he did. People
But
didn't.
he's not. He's not. The fights
I
that we
mean,
said we wanted to see.
how many people
No,
did
no, but
Berlanga and
listen.
Canelo sell?
No, no,
Sheesh.
listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Tank is not moving like Canelo because the fights that we said we wanted to see him in there with, he got two of them already, which was Ryan and Frank. We
I
wanted
didn't
to
say
see him
he's
with
moving like Canelo. I said, what if he starts moving like Canelo? I wouldn't even care. Because the way they back Canelo, if he can just go down there and fight Belunga and still do 4, 5, 600,000 pay-per-views, and if Tank can pick all these Hectors and these Roaches and all these other people from all over the world and sell 4, 500,000, I'm goddamn it, I'm rooting for him.
I'm just saying like if the guy is the A side like everybody say he is, and these guys are turning down the offer, you can't put that on Tank for fighting somebody that you don't want to see him fight. You can't put that on him. You got to put it on the guy that turned down the offer. You can't put it on because he's not fighting somebody you wanted him to fight. Well, he tried to get those fights, and those fights didn't happen. So he got the next person that was willing to get in the ring with him.
Let's Talk Fashion said, would the people burn down Baltimore if Tank fight Monster at 130 instead of Roach?
No, they probably be loving that fight because a lot of people was calling for Tank and Monster. I don't think Monster should take that fight with Tank Davis because I think Monster gets stopped badly. But a
Badly.
lot of people was calling for that fight. They said that's a mega fight, and
Yeah, it would be.
it very well may be because Monster is a high attraction in Japan, and Tank
Mhm.
is a high attraction in the U.S. So it very well may be a mega fight in the future. So I mean, a lot of people calling for
But
that fight.
why don't they meet in the middle somewhere then? Because I feel like Tank can go below
130,
35.
130, 130 is the middle
Go to
because
30.
Monster will be fighting at 126. So
Yeah,
130 is in between 126 and 135. That is the middle.
I don't see Tank. I don't know. Monster better not come up to no 35 because he gonna get smoked. But
Even if he come up to 30, he getting smoked.
yeah,
What are you talking about?
I
Tank,
think Tank if Tank be really disciplined and he goes to 30 for that payday.
but Tank
I
said he can get down to 30,
I,
man.
I know that because he's not that big of a guy.
He's not.
People gotta understand.
He's
He's
not a
probably
big
walking
guy.
around. People say he's running around 170. I was like, y'all niggas is crazy. You know, if he would look like at 170 pounds, bro,
How
I
wide he would be?
it'd be crazy. He look like what's that movie with Eddie Murphy, the clumps and all that? He'd be like
Oh,
that.
he'd be looking like the little the big brothers. Remember the big brothers?
Yeah, the big brothers. Yeah, he'd be like that, dog. Like y'all be tripping. That boy probably walking, not that boy, but that man probably walking around like 155, 150. You know, tops. Like
Hey,
no,
BBO, I agree with you. Monster probably would stop Tank at 126 because Tank can't make that weight. He would have to drain himself to get to 126. So he probably would stop Tank at 126.
meeting
Yeah,
in the
but
Tank would
middle,
have to
free. That's
literally.
fair, free.
Tank hasn't fought at 126 in about 9 years.
Yeah,
yeah,
It's been about 9 years since Tank fought at 126. So you probably
130 would be
absolutely
to be
right.
the. They should do 132 or something like that, so we don't kill Tank, but because he is the A side.
Mm.
But I mean, he's not. I don't know what he wants to do. Like I said, people. I heard chats all day long. I just want to hear what the people was saying, and people had callers. People had people in the chat. I was just like, boy, that boy Tank, man, they grinding him up for
No,
this. But I don't know
it's
what y'all want him
but
they're
to
gonna
do. He
they're gonna
got bills to
they're gonna
pay.
do that. They're gonna do
Y'all
that
niggas is
regardless because
crazy, yo.
they did it. They did it to Floyd. Floyd fought damn near everybody. He fought damn near everybody, and they talk bad about Floyd every fight he had.
Yeah, but these are yeah, that's true
but
too. But
but
the majority of them was African Americans though.
but see here's my thing, right?
The niggas is going
I
around here, running
I
around here talking
I don't
crazy.
care about the color of somebody's skin. I don't care about the ethnic background. I don't care about that. All I care about is two fighters getting in there that's on equal scale, and they get it in. Because just because it's two black fighters in it, don't mean they're gonna be on the same damn level.
BVO, get out of here.
Let's just be honest. And my whole thing is like I said, and I'm gonna hold every boxing fan accountable for this. You're always talking about what one fighter is supposed to be doing. Y'all never talk about the rest of boxing. Boxing is full of fighters. How many fighters in the weight class? Y'all
A
never talk
lot of
about
them.
what everybody else need to do. Everybody needs to get to work. Everybody. I don't care who it is. They need to get to work. It's people already out here already putting in work, and you want to overwork them. You want to put the master whip on them,
That's what I'm
and then
saying, Crush.
they use this nonsense as an escape route
I'm
because
saying
they putting forth and blame on him. Blame
he's
it
just
on
a
the
fighter, bro.
blame
He
it
don't.
on the people that didn't take the chance to get in there with him. Boxing is about two fighters getting there taking a chance. Instead of talking down on the man who has heart to get in the ring with him because your favorite fighter don't have the heart.
Right. And not to mention,
That's
Crush,
crazy talk.
where's Lamont Roach from? Can somebody refresh my memory?
DC.
Okay, so to sound like to me, he's giving one of his tri-state brother or one of his little, that's just like Philly and Jersey. That's just like if I'm from Philly and you from Jersey and we cool and I know of you, we fought in the amateurs. I'm gonna give you the payday, dog. You know what? I'm about to pull you up. You gonna come to 35? All right, bet. All right, no, you know what I mean? Y'all, you gotta look at it deeper. He's giving a brother a payday, a young brother a payday. And I mean, y'all want him to go fight these Barancheks and these people that's not available, or then y'all call it, then y'all say, oh, well, Prize, you making excuses for Tank. You're a Tank and fan, takeaholic. Cause I'm kind of neutral with both of this. I don't like this fight. Don't get me wrong. I don't really care for this Lamont Roach and Tank Davis fight. But on the
I
flip
do.
side, if you look deep into the fight, it's a lot more things that go over the people's heads than what it is. Lamont Roach is a young brother from around the way that they fought before in the amateur. And it was a good damn fight. I'm pretty sure the that fight on YouTube got millions of views right now, and y'all can go check it out. Hit Lamont Rose versus Tank Davis in the amateur. It was a fun fight to watch. Um, and he's giving the kid a payday. The kid is taking the payday and moving up. I mean, God damn. I mean, I don't know what y'all want. I mean, I don't know what y'all want. I get it. Y'all want Tank to do all these things, but it don't work that way. And then people will get up here and say, "Well, Praj, you making excuses, or you defending Tank." I'm not defending Tank because I don't want him to fight Lamont Rose. I do want him to fight the bigger names, but he's not. So I got to take what he's doing and go from there. And and if you look at what he's doing, it's not the worst thing in the world. because he's giving another young, especially if you look like me, then you know that this kid he's giving another inner city kid a payday, and he ain't running out like fighting Mexicans and Puerto Ricans like y'all said he was. He's giving a kid a payday in the city. So you got to take the good with the bad, and that's what I accepted with the Tank Davis. I take the good with the mother effing bad.
But here's the thing, Prize, and I'm gonna say this again until it get through y'all skulls. It ain't his fault. It is not his fault. Go blame them. It's not his fault.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't his fault. You cowards. Y'all cowards for this. Y'all cowards. Go blame who need to be blamed. Blame your cause. Blame your devs and everything else above. Blame them. Guess what? Because you could blame Frank Martin because he got in there. Go blame the people who ain't doing it to get in there. What is wrong with y'all?
It's mind boggling. Go ahead, free.
Y'all horrible, man. Horrible.
Hold on.
Damn, did BBO get
Hold on.
clapped in the chats?
Horrible, man. Y'all
Oh, I
horrible.
thought Melanie Queen said had to time BBO out. I'd
Oh,
have
that
been
would have
like,
been awesome. That
oh
would have been
man, that would have been
awesome.
crazy. That would have
Put
been
it in his
history, yo.
place, Melanie Quaid. Be
That would
happy.
have been history. The first owner
BBO
got
BBO say
clapped.
so, BBO say something else crazy. You gonna get timed out.
Yo, if Melanie Queen would have timed that nigga out, I swear to God, I'd have been in tears, bro. On this camera, I'd have been in tears in front of all of y'all.
But
Oh, hey,
let
hey,
let
hey,
let,
real
let me
quick.
let me let me
Go ahead,
switch gears
D3.
real quick. Let me
Go
switch
ahead.
gears real quick. Um, Going back to Devin Haney.
Ah.
Y'all think Devin Haney never ducked anybody?
Oh, he has. I don't even want to talk about him. Because when I hear Devin Haney name, I think about the Escape song. The softest place on earth.
Cause I'm a say it like this. Devin Haney ducked his mandatory
Yeah. Talk about it.
because he don't
Talk
he don't
about
have
it.
that WBC belt anymore.
Talk about it, D3. Run it in.
Now, I mean, because this fight that he's trying to get with the IBF champion, it could have been for unification if he would have fought the mandatory. It could have been for unification.
Ooh-wee.
Marky dang crazy. So who did Devin duck? Educate the people. They don't. That
Shandor
might.
Martin. Shandor Martin.
Remember? That should be easy, people. That should have been
But it's
easy.
not easy though. Y'all
Why are
niggas.
you surprised? Why?
Sandor
No, we got
Martin.
we got we got to keep it 100. We got to keep it 100, dog.
Sandor Martin put the one
No,
twos on
I'm
Teofimo
no, I'm gonna tell
Lopez,
you like
bro.
this. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Sandor
If
ain't
I
no hoe.
said that Bud ducked boots, I gotta say Devin ducked Sandor Martin.
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't say Bud Duck Boost. I
Oh
wouldn't do
yeah.
that. I'm
I
not
got
saying
I
that.
got to. I gotta keep it all the
I
way
do.
100.
You can keep it all the way on. I don't. Terrence Crawford don't. He
I
don't. He got no reason to. I ain't gonna say got no reason to, but come on, be
I
honest. It
wouldn't I
doesn't make
would I
any.
would
He's talking
I
about
wouldn't
fighting
be
Conor McGregor. I read on Fight Hub. Ain't they certified Fight Hub? Ain't they all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on Fight Hub, I saw that Terrence Crawford, well, not Terrence Crawford, I'll say Conor McGregor was talking about fighting Terrence Crawford in a two-fight deal. It'll be a mega deal, and one's in boxing and one in MMA. And I can see Terrence being that savage going in the cage because he ain't right up here. He got shot in the head. So up here, Terrence Crawford is not he different from the rest of you boxing niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I can see him doing some crazy stuff. Terrence is looking for a cash out. So the reason why I say he didn't duck boots because that's not going to give the cash out that he's looking for because at his age. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say he duck boots.
Well, so so would you let me ask you a question with you saying that. So with that being said,
PVO needs to be timed out.
cashing out is okay in that and it takes a Cashing out is better than daring to be great, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, in my eyes, if you asking me personally, uh, it depends. Okay, I'll just stick with boxing. If I was a prize fighter, if I'm a boxer, right? I probably be rather have a. I mean, it depends what you're like. I can't really say because I can see where Terrence Crawford doesn't need the legacy anymore because he has that. So he's the first and only two-time undisputed. So um, he in a four belt era. So he's looking for that cash out. He's not looking for a legacy to him. And I'm saying to him, not to me, but to him, it seems like Earl Smith was his own legacy. And once he conquered that, and now he's looking for that cash out. So to fight Jerron Booth Ennis, one of my personal favorites, it doesn't make money sense for Terrence Crawford. Canelo, something crazy like that, or fighting in the octagon against Conor McGregor is something crazy like that. He's looking for that kind of cash out, bro.
Okay, so let me say this. And I'm not surprised that this is taking place. And nobody should be surprised because if I look at the people Bud been hanging around and everything, you got to pay attention to everything that's going on. He's been around a lot of Caucasian people. And normally when you're around them, you're doing some business. And you got to look at the ones he's around. Come from a wrestling background.
Mhm.
He can't get the cash out that he wanted to get in the sport of boxing. So, hey, should he give up on cashing out? No, he got a big name. You made a great point. Hey, for him, he made his legacy. A lot of the Bud fans say he made his legacy. He ain't got to do nothing else. He ain't got
Nothing
to get
else,
be great.
which is
He ain't got to
crazy,
get be
but
great.
that's
Let
another
him cash
argument.
out. Let him
Yeah,
cash out. I
yeah.
get that, people. So now that he can't get it in his boxing, which he was trying to get it, okay, he can get it another way. Hey, let him go ahead and get it. Let him go ahead and get it because if he's done daring to be great and he's just, hey, I'm done with daring to be great. I fought the big fish. This was the most dangerous guy in boxing, according to me, and I whooped his ass. This is Bud Crawford. He got every right to feel that way.
Mhm.
So even he said, even with that fight alone, made him a Hall of Famer, which he was already saying he was Hall of Fame bound anyway. So hey,
Mhm.
if you feel as though he did enough in sport of boxing for you as a fan of his or just as a fan of the sport, um, then cool. But yeah, I want him to cash out. And if he can't get it through boxing, cool, go get it that way. I ain't
Yeah,
mad
he
at it.
said he's trying to, but Terrence Crawford is clearly trying to cash out.
Yeah, he want to cash
Once
out.
he's talking about fighting Canelo, which is crazy, ridiculous to me. But
You
whatever,
knew that
I'm gonna
was about the
support
cash
him.
out.
Yeah, he's looking. That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, I can't say that, and that goes back to what Free said. I can't say that Terrence is ducking Jerron Ennis because Terrence is at an age to where, come on, bro. And like I say, he's looking for that one cash out. And he's doing something crazy like wanting to fight Canelo, which I think is insane for him. Especially the way Madrimov, I get the ring rust and all that. But still, but Canelo hits pretty hard at 68, man. I don't care if I don't like him or not. Canelo hit hard, bro. And the way Madrimov landed them three straight rights or whatever it was, one, two, three, back to back to back to back. I said, shit, he can't let Canelo do that. You know what I mean? Because Canelo hit him like that, he going down and out. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna support him regardless. Because he's not he ain't worried about what y'all saying about. Oh, he feel like I've dominated Earl Smith and I'm calling out Canelo. Can't nobody say nothing bad about me. I'm first two-time undisputed. He got a lot of stuff to lean back on. As if I'm him, I understand the way he feels. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be big on energies to understand how Terrence Crawford really feels, and people will call him Duck, which is crazy. Like the man's
Well,
calling out a 168 pounder. He's really 100 and he barely a 54 pounder soaking wet.
hmm. Well, in all fairness, Canelo would have been a killing two birds with one stone because that would have been still daring to be great
And
along with
cashing
him,
out.
yeah, and cashing out.
So if he
Uh,
gets beat, who gives a damn? He got probably paid $50 million. If he
Hey,
beats
I
him,
put it.
he's the greatest fighter of all time. People gonna say.
I put it this way: I have no problem with him fighting Conor McGregor as long as he don't come back to the sport of boxing.
Mm.
If that's your last fight,
Yeah.
so be it. The
Yeah.
way that was Floyd's last fight, so be it. He never came back to the sport. So if that is your last fight, I have no problem with it. But if you plan on having another fight after that, no, I can't accept the Conor McGregor. I don't care if
Right.
it is a big money fight. I can't accept it.
But he said he was going to rumble him in the octagon in a rematch.
No, I don't care about him rumbling in the octagon or none
That's
of that.
crazy
If you
though,
if
Free.
I don't care about it's fine if you're not fighting in the sport of boxing no more.
I don't
That's
think that
fine.
he would. I think that if he went and took that and he made like $80 million, like all he need, I don't even know if he need all that. You probably give him 40, $50 million. He probably good with that.
I don't know.
But I want to see him get 100, 200 million, something crazy, so he can just, you know,
I don't care what he get. But if you're taking a Conor McGregor because you said you're not coming back, this is your last fight.
damn.
You wanna go out with a big bang. Go, so be it. I have no
Killer
problem with
Mike
that.
said Canelo is a legend. Crawford's a waste of time. That's crazy. Appreciate you with the
Um
smash the light though. Salute to you.
um
Everybody can have
I,
an opinion up here. I don't have a problem with that.
I mean he
That's
is a
crazy, bro.
legend. He is a legend for the Mexican
Ducking.
fan base. For the Mexican fan base, he is a legend.
Legend for ducking.
Um would I say he's a legend in the sport of boxing? No. For the Mexican
I
fan
cannot
base,
wait
yes,
to go get this fucking door took off.
yeah.
Oh, my
For the
bad.
Mexican fan base, yeah, he is a legend. I wouldn't say he's a legend in the sport of boxing. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes, yes, he is a Hall of Famer. But I'm not giving him that legend status. He didn't do anything to make me say he's a legend. I mean, you can name off all the fighters that he fought. All those guys was past their prime. All of the good names that's on his resume was past his prime. So I'm not giving you legendary status because you fought a bunch of old guys that had names. I'm not giving you legendary status for that. But for the Mexican, yeah, he is.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I think
My bad. I ain't
Bud.
mean to talk like that, man.
Oh no,
I
no,
was
you
doing
good.
some. I'm doing work in my house, and no,
No,
my
you good.
bad.
But no, I think Bud was a waste of time for him because he just fought Jamel Charlo, who came up from 154, and the fans didn't like the outcome of that fight. So him fighting somebody else coming up from well at the time it was 147, now it was 154. Him fighting somebody else coming up from 154 is going to tarnish the legacy that Canelo has. They're
Mm.
gonna say, "Oh, at the end of your career, you started fighting guys that was 2, 3 weight
Welterweights and
classes
junior
below you."
middleweights, right?
Yeah. So
Canelo don't care though. He don't care about what you say about him.
no, I
All
mean
Canelo,
he don't, but he
that
cares
nigga just
about the
want to get
money.
paid, bro.
He cares about the money that it generates. If
That's
that
it.
joint don't generate no money, he cares about that.
Well,
He
Turkey
cares
Al
about the
Sheik
money.
is trying to make it seem like he'll make it worth his while.
I mean, Canelo said, "Yeah, you can make it worth my while. Give me 150."
If that Turkey man give him the one, that would be insane, bro.
He already said no.
If he really want to fight, he said 150.
That would be insane. If that Turkey man, then they find a way to pull out
He
that
already
money.
said no, Prize.
I hope he does say no.
He already said no.
Do not
Yeah, he said
reward that man for no damn $150 million. He has done nothing to earn $150 million in one fight. Come on, bro.
not. I mean, not fighting Bud, not fighting Bud. Maybe if he was fighting Dagon, uh,
Benavidez or
if,
Bivol or Arthur, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
if he was fighting Usyk, then yeah, maybe 150.
I'm
You fighting
crazy.
Usyk, yeah, I can see him giving 150 for
It
Usyk.
gotta be crazy though, like what you just said, like Usyk.
But
Anybody
even
bigger
even
than him.
even
Anybody
even
that's
da-
expected is bigger than
even
him.
David Benavidez and Arthur, that's not worth no 150. Now it might generate 150, but that doesn't mean
You know what?
Canelo
If
deserves
Canelo
150.
decide to grow some balls and give David Benavidez in there, give him $100 million. Then give it to him. Give it to him. That's
I
all he
mean,
gets. This is
if
a
Canelo,
flat rate of $100 million. You know, ain't no pay per views and ain't none of all that. You ain't getting none of that. You
I
get
mean,
$100 million.
100 million, he wouldn't care about the pay per views. He like, give me 100 million. He
He
know that
don't
they
even
ain't
want
going.
to fight
No,
Terrence for $100 million.
the pay per view ain't gonna do 100 million. It ain't gonna do 100 million. So he like, yeah, give me 100 million. It ain't gonna do 100 million. He know it ain't gonna do 100 million. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Do we
like I
got the
said,
rise coming up? Is the rise coming on tonight? It's 9:05.
I don't know. I think so. I think they are. Hold on, let me check. Hold on.
I don't want to disrespect the other brothers on the network. They're coming on. The Canelo a duck. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, Killer Mike, that's crazy. That's crazy. Canelo's the Kobe Bryant of boxing. Stop.
I don't see them. I don't see them on yet. I don't know if they are coming on, but I don't see that they on
All
yet.
right, we'll keep going then. Killer Mike is
Yeah.
talking crazy in the chat
He
right
said
now.
he said Canelo is what?
Senior said no rise. Melanie Queen said
He said Canelo is the Kobe of boxing.
that's crazy.
No.
Killer Mike from Mob.
I
The mob be coming up in there.
actually
Stop. Shout out to the mob.
actually
MLB.
I won't say no because Canelo do generate a lot of money. He do generate a lot of money. I'm not gonna say no, but if you're talking about legendary status, no, no. The only thing he did legendary was become the first undisputed Mexican. That's the only thing that he did that was legendary. Other than that, the opponents
Wasn't
that
he
he
the
fought,
first super middleweight undisputed champion?
huh?
Wasn't he the first super middleweight undisputed champion in the four belt?
He was the first Mexican. He wasn't the first. He was the
Who was
first
the first?
Mexican.
Roy?
I believe that would be. I believe that would
That's
be.
at 68.
Roy. I believe that would be. Oh, you said at the full belt
Not
era.
no no no
Full
no
belt.
no no.
Full
Canelo, I
belt.
believe, is the first undisputed super middleweight champion. I
I
don't
don't
think
know
that
about him. I don't know
in
if
the
he was the
four
first
belt
or the
era, I
first.
don't think that we've had a four belt champion at super middleweight.
I gotta look it up. I know he was the first undisputed Mexican. I don't know if he was the first full belt era undisputed champion. I know they
No, no,
never
no, no,
said.
no, 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 no. Not first four belt era undisputed
I'm talking
champion.
about at 168. I'm talking about at
Yeah, super
168.
middleweight. Yeah, super
No,
middleweight.
I'm talking about 168. But no, I never heard them say that. I always heard that he was the first undisputed Mexican. I never heard that he was the first undisputed champion in the full belt era at 168. Never heard that used behind his name. It was
I
always
think
first undisputed Mexican. Um, so I think somebody else might have been before him. It could have been I'm trying to think who fought at one. I mean, Bernard Hopkins fought at 160, 168,
he skipped
175.
over 68.
Huh?
Didn't B Hop skip over 68? He jumped from middleweight to right to 75.
I don't know. Did he?
Yeah. B Hop jumped. People thought he was crazy fighting Tarver.
No, I know he might have went up there and fought Tarver. I'm just trying to say I don't know if he
He
never
went
fought
from
at
right to
68.
60. You know, Bernard was pretty much a career middleweight, pretty for the most part. Um, and I believe that when he people say he jumped up two weight classes to fight a big fight, I think he caught Antonio Tarver coming off Rocky and all that,
Let me
beating Roy
let me let
Jones.
me let me let me do some searching real quick.
Yeah, I believe that Canelo was the first ever super middleweight undisputed champion, bro. Not only Mexican, but maybe the first super middleweight in the four belt era. But I'm pretty sure when Roy was fighting at 68, he had every belt because Roy just wanted all the belts. So it ain't no, you know what I mean? I got all the belts. So
Yeah, but
pretty sure Canelo. But yeah, Terrence Crawford's clearly looking for a cash out, bro. I ain't mad at him. How old is Bud?
37, 36,
Yeah,
30. I
man.
think he'd be 37 this month. I mean, he just turned 37 September. He just turned 37.
So I mean, He don't got no desire to fight that young bull. I can see if Boots was going to generate the kind of money that he's looking for, but it's just not, and he knows that. And I'm pretty sure if Terrence Crawford was about 30, 32 years old, and this was,
Yeah,
and Boots was
Canelo was the first 168-pound fight
super
undisputed
middleweight,
champion.
I
Yeah,
thought so.
yeah.
If Boots was 30, how old is Jerron? Jerron's 26, 27. I bet you if
Oh,
Terrence Crawford was like 30, he would make this fight happen. Like the time he was calling out Earl Spence, if they would have said he ducked anybody, Terrence would have went there. So I don't believe Terrence is afraid of Jerron. And Terrence is being a businessman right now. I know y'all don't like it, but it is
no,
what it is.
it ain't the first time that Turns ducked his daggone mandatory. He ducked his mandatory at 40. The
What
IBF
mandatory?
mandatory at 40. The IBF mandatory at 40. Uh, was it
Who?
it wasn't Equalize. It wasn't Equalize. It was the other dude. What's the other dude? Not Mean Machine, but the other guy.
Man, I ain't telling he ducked none of them bums.
Oh, let me pull it up. He did. He dropped his belt at he dropped his IBF belt at 140, and then eventually he ended up moving to 47. He did the same thing he did with Jerron Boots Ennis.
Because
He
he
dropped
came and did his business already. He conquered 140. I ain't fighting no
it.
mandatory.
No, it's one thing to go up right away. It's another thing just to drop just that belt. He dropped just that belt.
Yeah, the fight. He ain't fighting no bums.
No, he wasn't a bum. He was the mandatory. He was the IBF mandatory.
Who?
I'm trying to think of the name. I'm about to pull it up.
He wasn't that good. He probably was a C-level fighter.
It doesn't matter what he was. He was his mandatory. He ducked him.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what he was. He was his mandatory.
that's just like
No,
Boots and
it does.
Karen. I can't believe Boots is
If
fighting
that's
this nigga again, bro.
if that's the case, then you can't say that Canelo ducked David Benavidez. You got to keep the same energy for all of them.
Ah, man, he ducked that a bit.
Okay, Bud ducked he ducked
No
his
cap.
IBF mandatory at 140 and at 147. He did. It is what it is. He can still be a good fighter, but he ducked him. I'm trying to think what is his name. Damn. 140. Here we go. Bud Crawford.
Terrence Crawford, like I said, he's looking for a cash out, man. He not worried about these young boys, man. These young boys ain't got nothing to bring to the table for Terrence Crawford. It's just what it is, bro. It is what it is, you know. He's looking for a cash out. The nigga talking about wrestling. The nigga talking about wrestling. I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to do, bro. The nigga talking about wrestling. He want to wrestle Triple H and them niggas, not Triple H. I did Triple H. He want to
Because
wrestle Conor McGregor and them niggas.
the
That's
dude that
crazy.
he was supposed to fight, Sergey Lipinus. That's what it was. Sergey
Come
Lipinus.
on, man,
He
bro.
was
I would have dropped the belt too.
no. He. What happened was Bud paid. They paid step aside so Bud can have the undisputed fight. He was supposed to get that fight before they had the undisputed fight. He took the step aside because Bud said, "Okay, I will fight him after this undisputed fight." He took the step aside. Bud won the fight, and then Bud dropped the belt. He ducked him. He ducked him.
Come on, you sound crazy. You getting up here on this panel telling me that, and
No,
these people, hold on, Free. You get up on this panel telling these people that he ducked Sergey Lipinets is nasty work. I
I
don't
don't
give a
care
damn.
what you.
I would
I
have
don't
said
care
I
what you
don't care.
believe.
Listen,
I don't
I
care
don't
what
give
you
a. I
believe.
don't
What you
care if
like
he
to hear.
was
No,
the
I don't care
mandatory.
what you believe.
I'd have dropped the
I don't.
belt too, not to fight no
No,
Sergey
I don't.
Lipinets. What is
I
that
don't
like?
care. I don't care what you believe
Can't call
or
that a
what you like
duck,
to
bro.
hear. Sergey Lipinets was his mandatory. He took step aside so Bud can fight for undisputed, and Bud signed the contract to fight him after that fight, and then he
Bud
dropped the
knew that
belt.
he had no intentions on fighting that nigga and coming back to
So
140.
he ducked him
So how's he ducked him and he's knew he in his mind I'm moving up in weight. I'm not thinking about no Sergey
because he said he
Lipinets.
was. He signed the contract to fight him. That's how he ducked him. He
Cause
signed the
that's
contract to
that's
fight
just
him.
being a savvy businessman. That ain't ducking.
No, that's ducking. You
Bro,
can
I'm
call it
not
whatever you want. It's
free.
ducking.
I'm not gonna get up here
I
on this
understand
panel
you're
and
a
say he
Bud
ducked
Crawford
Sergey
fan, though.
Lipinets. You the
I
only one on
understand.
YouTube that's ever said that in the history of YouTube.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You find me some videos that talk about Sergey duck.
I can find you a lot of videos.
That's not
I can
your
find you a lot of
videos.
videos. How much you
That's
want to put on it? How much you want to put on it?
I don't know. I ain't gonna be going that
No,
crazy on
put
it.
money on it.
No, 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 no.
You said
I don't want to
I'm the
put
only one
money
that
on
said
it.
it.
I
Put
already
money
owe
on it.
you enough money as it is. As
I
far as
know. I know you do.
no, I don't
I
owe
keep
you no
telling
money.
you.
But if I
I keep
lose it,
telling you.
if the Redskins win the
Yeah,
NFC
they
East, then I owe
will.
you
They
money.
will.
But
I told you I don't make bets that I'm gonna lose. I already told you that. I don't make bets that I'm gonna
at the
lose.
end of the day, I'm not betting you on that one though. But
I know. I
and if you
know. I
did, I
already
don't want
told
to
you.
hear no taco hat people. I don't want to hear these weird people that you're gonna bring these videos up on because there's some weird niggas on. The matter of fact, I take
No,
that back what I said.
I'm talking
There
about.
probably are
I'm
videos of people saying
I'm
that
talking about.
Terrence Crawford ducked
No,
Sergey Lipinets. That's crazy work.
no. Do you know what Sergey Lipinets' record was the time
Yeah,
that
no,
Bud was
no, no.
supposed to fight?
Sergey Lipinets was a contender back in the day and a champion. I know Sergey Lipinets. Well, I enjoyed his fights before. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, he ducked him.
He fought on
I
Showtime
don't
tons
care
of
that
times. Sergey
I don't.
Lipinets was one of them Showtime fighters
I
that you
don't.
come to fight. You know when you
No,
see him, it's win, lose, or draw with him. He's gonna come in
no.
there. He's not in there for a paycheck. He's gonna
That's
come in there and swing.
all of that is irrelevant. He ducked the man.
Nah,
He ducked
hell
him.
no. I'm not doing
The
that.
man signed the contract to fight the dude after the undisputed title fight
Right, just
happened,
so he can
and
get
he
a
did not fight him.
just so he
He
can
ducked him.
snake him. He snaked him. He ain't ducked him, he snaked him. It's a
He ducked.
difference.
He ducked.
It's a
He ducked.
difference between
No,
it's a
I understand. I understand you're a Bud Crawford fan. It's fine. He
no wait,
ducked him.
I'm a lot of the
He
brothers
ducked him.
fan.
No, he
Hold on.
ducked him.
D1 said Terrence Crawford definitely I guess he
Ducked him.
meant duck Sergey. That's
Yes,
he probably
he
meant duck.
ducked him.
Y'all niggas is crazy, bro.
No, he ducked him. No, if you
Y'all
sign a
know my
contract, no, if you sign a contract to fight a dude and then you drop the belt and not fight him, you ducked him.
no, he snaked
You
him.
ducked him.
I don't want to say he ducked him free. I want to say he
I don't
snaked
care
him.
what you want to say. I'm gonna say what you don't want to say. I ain't scared of these niggas.
I'm not either, because I didn't talk plenty shit
I'm
about Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence and the
I'm
rest
gonna
of them.
say
But I'm
I'm gonna
just
say
saying this:
100.
I'm not going to sit
But
up on no panel and ever it come out my mouth that Terrence Crawford ducked Sergey Lipinets,
I
bro.
don't
Come
care.
on.
I mean that's fine. You don't have to. But I'm gonna keep it 100 because I'm not gonna sit here and fake the funk because I like Terrence Crawford or I like this dude. No, the same way I keep it 100 with everybody, I'm gonna keep it 100 with him
He
too.
snaked that
He
nigga,
ducked
man.
Sergey.
He said, you know what? Yeah,
He ducked
Sergey, I
Sergey
got you,
Lipinets.
my nigga. That's just like a nigga want to let you hold something. You like, yo, let me hold, you know what I'm saying? And the boy be like, yo, I got you. And the boy keep telling you, saying, I got you. It's
You
like the
know,
nigga ain't ducked you. The nigga snaked you. The nigga wasn't
no,
going to be.
the nigga ducked me, and know what happens after that? When I catch him, that's his ass.
No, I'm saying, how you going to catch him if you asking him to hold something? Like Sergey want to hold something. He want Bud
No,
fight.
what you
You know,
mean?
that's belt.
Just like I said, the nigga say, "I got you, I got you," and then he ducked me. When I catch you, that's your ass. You should have just said no.
Right.
Don't
I get it.
don't tell me, yeah,
But
I got you,
in
and then
business,
you
business
duck me.
is when you do business, business can become a filthy place, man. And
Right.
and in the streets, it's the
I can
same
be
thing applies.
I can be a vicious animal when it's behind his business.
So I'm not gonna say that he ducked him. I'm just gonna say he snaked him. He definitely snaked that nigga
No,
though, because he
like I
knew in
said,
the
no,
back of
I
his mind.
understand, but
I
I
know
gotta
what he's
call it.
saying. I know what I ain't never gonna say that. The nigga snaked the nigga. He ain't duck. He's like, man, I ain't fighting that nigga. You really gonna fight him 10 times? Bernie the boxer. You really gonna fight that nigga? But man, hell no, I ain't fighting that nigga, bro. I'm going to welterweight. I ain't thinking about that, man. Yeah, I signed the you
I'm gonna
signed the
do it with the
contract though.
motherfucker. Stop
So
playing.
and what they gonna do? I ain't what they gonna sue me? I'm injured. You know what I mean? These niggas is crazy though. I get it. Yeah, D1 was on it. D1 was on it too, though. D1 was on it when he said that nigga duck. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I ain't never heard nobody say that though. I don't care what D Free said. D Free, he ain't gonna let it. He ain't gonna live it down anyway. And
No,
neither is D1. That nigga ain't duck.
no,
No
he ducked him, dog.
Sergey
He ducked him,
Lipinets, bro. I promise you,
dog.
he did.
No, I promise you, he did. I promise you, he did. I promise you, he did. The same way he ducked Jerome Booth Ennis. He ducked him.
Yeah. That duct
Same
is
way.
used so freely in
No,
the
no, I already told you.
duck
As a
is used
champ,
so freely in today's boxing. Back in the days, we wasn't using that words a lot. Some of the guys
I don't.
ducked, but not a lot. The majority of the guys didn't duck. So now in 2024, in today's time, and today, the present
No,
day, he's that word is used so loosely. Ducked.
I don't care how other people using it. I'm using it the way I see. When you sign a contract to fight a dude and you don't fight him and you dropped your belt, you ducked him.
Mm-mm. Not if there was
What we
bigger fish to
what
fry.
no
No, it
what did
wasn't.
we what did we say? What's the difference between Lomachenko and Bud? They both signed a contract to do it, and then they pulled away. They both did.
Yeah. Okay, D1. I'm not gonna disagree with that. By today's standards, he definitely ducked. You think you're wait, shit. It's too much cussing. I'm trying to highlight that. Yeah, y'all read that. He definitely ducked him. Think you're ducking because somebody called you out? I'm on Twitter. Shout out D1. That nigga crazy.
Yeah.
He ain't. Yeah, I feel you. Like I said, in today's time and day, bro, duck is used very, very
No,
loosely, very
no,
loosely, and I just don't feel like he ducked him, bro. I feel like he made
no,
like it's
no,
bigger fish to fry than Sergey
no,
Lipinets.
no. If that was the case, then you shouldn't have signed the contract.
No, he
If
signed a
you
contract to keep the ball out the pocket.
No, I don't care nothing about that. He
It's
ducked him.
business, freak.
I don't care nothing about the business.
It's
He ducked
business.
him. I don't care nothing about the business. I don't care nothing about that. I don't get none of that money. I don't care nothing about that. You signed a
No,
contract
none of us
and
get
you
the
did
money, but I'm just saying,
no. So what you telling me is if Canelo Alvarez signed a contract to fight David Benavidez and then all of a sudden he drop his belt and he go fight Deontay Wilder, he didn't duck David Benavidez? Yes,
no,
nigga, he ducked him. He ducked
no.
him.
If he go get in there with Wilder, no.
No, he
Ain't
ducked
nobody
him.
gonna think about no
No,
Benavidez if he go in there
you
with
don't.
Wilder.
No,
That's
you don't.
crazy
I
analogy,
don't
freak.
care what. I don't
That
care
was
what
crazy.
nobody else think. I don't care what nobody else think. If you sign a contract to fight them and you don't fight, you pull out, you duck.
Uh-uh.
So what do we call a duck then? If you don't call that a duck, what do we call a duck? You.
Lomachenko.
He did the same thing. He signed a contract to fight him,
He
and
ain't
then he
signed a
pulled out.
contract with Tank Davis.
Yes, he did.
He
Yes, he
signed a
did.
contract.
Yes, they had a contract.
Damn.
They was about to announce the fight, and then he pulled away and said, "I don't. This fight is not
That
motivating me."
nigga ran for his life, yeah. He
That's a
signed
duck.
out of here. He
He
told
did
Bob Arum, I'm out of here. I don't
the
remember him
same
signing
way.
no contract though.
The same way. Bud Crawford ducked Manny Pacquiao.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Womack even confirmed it. Manny Pacquiao sent Bud Crawford a contract that he already agreed to. Manny Pacquiao was getting $40 million. Bud Crawford was getting 10. Manny
No.
Pacquiao Manny Pacquiao signed the contract. Womack told Bud not to sign it. He ducked him.
No. Bob Arum said that he was
No,
protecting Manny from him.
that was after that. That was after that. Bob Arum didn't save Manny from nothing because Manny wasn't with him.
I've never ever heard someone said
All
Terrence
you
Crawford
gotta
ducked
do,
Manny. That's
no,
crazy.
all you see, because you don't follow Bud and
What?
Bernie and Bomac. You don't follow them enough because Bomac even said it. I told Bud not to sign the contract. He said make sure that the money is there. Nigga, you don't get paid before the fight. You get paid after the fight. He ducked
I,
him.
I I've never ever heard anyone say
I
that.
don't. Hey, ask Crush if I'm lying or not.
Crush, he's up here. Let him speak for
Yeah,
himself.
he ain't lying.
I've never heard that. I've only
No,
heard that from
Bomac
people that
said it
hate Terrence Crawford.
on. It was
I
on
don't
Bomac's live. It was on. Actually,
wait.
It was on Bernie
Bomac.
live. Bernie was on IG, and
Okay.
they was talking to the fans, and they
Okay.
asked why didn't Bud fight Manny Pacquiao? They said Manny Pacquiao signed a contract, and Bomac said, yeah, Manny Pacquiao did sign a contract, but I told Bud not to sign because we have to make sure that the money is there. That's what Bomac said.
Yeah, I do remember that live. I don't call
Yeah.
that a duck though.
That's a duck. If the man signed, if the man
Bomac
that
is a
you've been,
manager.
dog, listen. If the man, you already agreed to getting $10 million, and Manny was getting 40. You already agreed to that. Manny signed the contract. You've been trying to get this fight since 2000 and what? 14, 15? He signed the contract that you've been trying to get. You didn't sign because Bomac said make sure that the money is there. When you don't get paid before the fight, you get paid after the fight is over with.
I'm listening, free. Go ahead.
No,
Say it again.
I finished. You don't. Bomac told the man not to sign a contract that he's been asking for since like 2014, 2015. The
That's crazy.
already agreed to getting $10 million and Manny getting $40 million. Bomac told him not to sign because you have to make sure that the money is there. You don't get paid before the fight. You get paid after the fight. Why would Manny Pacquiao, a multi-division champion, some people say 8, I say 6, a man who fought in the biggest fight in boxing history, why would Manny sign a contract if the money?
That's crazy. What up, Juan? I don't mean I hear you, free, but in today's climate, business rules the world.
No,
Back when Don King was doing things, it wasn't about it was business, but it wasn't them niggas ain't really know about business like that.
no,
Or
the man ducked him, dog. He ducked Manny Pacquiao.
I'm never gonna say that. It's never gonna come out of my mouth.
I don't care. You asked for the contract. Manny sent you the contract. He gave you the money that you asked for. Manny got the money he was asking for. He signed the contract. All you had to do was put your name on that contract.
But his manager and his team said no.
No, it does not matter what his managers say. You asked for this fight. Your
Well,
manager
clearly it does.
No,
Clearly
it does not.
Clearly he listens to Bomac.
Clearly he was clout chasing. That's what it was. Clearly he was clout chasing.
Man, Terrence Crawford would have killed Manny Pacquiao, man. He would have. I'm sorry, BVL. He would have unalived him.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna have to disagree because if he would have went and got that $10 million. At that time, that was the most money Bud has ever seen in a fight. At that time,
yeah, it definitely was. But again, I just don't. I just won't say
not
that.
only that, that was a legend. Somebody who you've been asking to fight since 2014, 2015. That man gave you the contract that you've been begging for.
Well, his management said no, so he's just a fighter.
So he ducked.
No, he's just a fighter.
No, so
the same way people say, "Well, Tank is just." You'll get up here and say, "Well, Tank is just a fighter." He's just a fighter. People say Tank ducked him and Tank ain't fought this one and Tank ain't fought that one. But people will get up here and say,
I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what nobody else say. I'm talking to you. I don't care what nobody else say. If that is the case, you can't ever call anybody a duck. You can't ever call anybody a duck. If you saying those situations wasn't a duck, it was just a business move, you can't ever call anybody a duck.
Yeah, I can call Anthony Joshua a duck.
No, you can't. No, you can't because it was a business move in your eyes.
No, not in my eyes. It wasn't because he said he wanted $50 million and they wired him to $50 million and his management said no. His management said no.
Thank you. His manager said what?
No.
Exactly. And
right.
Bud got the money that he wanted, and his manager said no.
Okay, well you got me on that one.
Exactly.
But I still not calling him a duck. He's not ducking Manny Pacquiao.
Exactly.
I'm not afraid to admit when somebody back me in the corner. You know what I mean? If you back me in the corner and you get me, you got me. It's like when he was young. You remember in elementary school, he played Duck Duck Goose or whatever, and nigga, you got caught even though you was the fastest. Nigga caught you this time. Sit down. You're out. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm cool like that.
I understand. Like I said, I understand you like Bud Crawford, but the man duck. The man duck. There's
I like
three
all
situations
the from the USA, man. I like Bud. I like Boots. I like Tank. I like Devin. I like Shakur. I like Earl. I like
all those guys inside the ring. I like all those guys inside the ring.
I like all the black fighters. Like
the one thing about me is I gotta keep the same energy for everybody. If I say it for one, I gotta say it for all. I can't just say it just because I don't like
Well,
that fighter outside the ring. No, I
I'm
gotta
not
say it
gonna
for all
keep the
of them.
same energy for everybody else because everybody else don't keep the same energy for certain fighters. So I don't. I'm not. I don't have to.
I ain't saying you do. I said I got to. I got to
All
keep the same energy
right,
for
I'm gonna be the
everybody.
biased one on the channel. I'm gonna be the one that be like, you know what? I don't care because the way these niggas is moving, it's really making me feel like free crush. I don't care anymore, bro. I don't care if I don't see these niggas fight anymore, bro. I don't. Like if I don't see Shakur and Devin, I don't care. I don't care. Like I used to like it hurt my feelings. Like I felt the way when Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis didn't fight. Like I don't feel that way about these new niggas. Like if one of these niggas get knocked out, I don't care. Like when Roy used to get stretched, I felt the way. When Mike got knocked out, I felt the way. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't
Mm.
care anymore, bro. Because these niggas don't. They don't. They're so caught up in being Money Mayweather without being Pretty Boy Floyd. It's ridiculous, man. It's bad. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why I gotta keep the same energy. I like all those guys inside the ring. Outside the ring, no, I don't know none of these guys personally. I don't know none of them
Niggas is
personally.
weird. Niggas is weird outside the ring, bro. Niggas
Yeah.
is
The
different.
only
Niggas.
the only the only people I know personally outside the ring are the Russells. Everybody else, I don't know them guys personally. So
Yeah.
I don't care what they do outside the ring. But when it affects what's going on inside the ring, then we got to talk about it. No, I don't care if Tank and Devin and Shakur and all them niggas went to every single Diddy party. Doesn't make me not one single difference.
You're
Doesn't
right,
make me not one
D1.
single difference.
D1. You're absolutely right. I want these dudes to fight too, but we got to get over it. We got to get over we got to get past our own egos and how we used to having things. Back in the day, these in the 90s, these athletes won't be walking around with okay, I don't want to be disrespectful. I'll just say the right term. You wouldn't see these guys pulling up with man bags and pocketbook. I'm gonna say it, pocketbooks and fingernail
Um,
polish and all of that stuff, bro. It was one
I
nigga doing that.
I'm not gonna 100% agree with that.
Dennis Rodman was the only nigga running around there doing
No,
that
no, no, no,
weird
no.
stuff.
I'm talking about further back because I'm a little older than you. So when you go back to the days of Force MDs, go look how them niggas was dressing. Go look at the Force MDs how they was dressing. Look at them how them niggas was dressing back in the day, dog. So I can't agree 100%. I understand in the
Did they paint
'80s,
their
yeah, we
nails?
wasn't doing that,
Did they paint their nails?
huh?
Did they paint their nails too?
Yeah, a lot of them dudes did that back in the day.
No,
Dog, all
the
this,
guys that
dog,
you named, did they paint their nails?
all this, dog, all this stuff is regenerated from what they did back in the day. They was doing stuff like this back in the '70s and the early
They were
'80s.
wearing pocketbooks.
Yes, dog. Go back and
The
watch some of
black
them
men
old.
were wearing pocketbooks and painting their nails.
Dog, go back. Dog, why you think Prince was dressing the way he was dressing? He's
He
from
was
the
one
early
nigga. That's
'80s.
one nigga.
Dog, all of them was doing that. Go
Nigga,
back
I
and look
don't
at.
remember Kumo D and them niggas dressing up like
No, no,
that.
not when I say all of them, I'm not talking about every single rapper. I'm just talking about a lot of those celebrities was dressing like that. A lot of them
Who?
celebrities was dressing like that.
Which
They
ones?
was.
I wasn't born, so educate me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. You go look at Force MDs. You go look at Prince. Go look at Michael when he first when he got into the early '80s, the late '70s. Look at who's the other dudes? Any of those daggone pop singers because it
You're
wasn't
naming the obvious though. And Prince
it.
had, I mean, like, come on, bro. Like,
No,
really?
it's a whole bunch of groups that I can't think of right now. It's a whole bunch of groups because I was young and I watched a lot of different groups because
Them
back in the
niggas
day
wasn't moving flamboyant like these new niggas,
back
bro.
back in the day when I was younger, when I was a kid, like 6, 7 years old, we had this thing on TV called the jukebox, and you would just call up and you would pay a certain amount on your phone. You press the number that you want. I mean, what song you want, so anybody could call up the jukebox and would just play different songs. So you see a bunch of different videos come on. Some of the videos that you put on, some videos somebody else put on. It was just the jukebox, and it came on your TV screen. It was a channel that you go to, and it had like a 1-800 number that you call, and however many songs you wanna play, it is charge you a certain amount for however many songs you want to play, and you watch the video. So it was a lot of different groups that used to come on, and
I
you
get
look
it,
at the
Casey
clothes that they
boy. I
wear
get it.
back in the look at the clothes they wore back in the day, you be like,
The
dang,
bell bottoms, I get it. They wear
yeah,
bell bottoms nowadays. There's sweatsuits
yeah.
like
It's a
that.
it's a lot of stuff that they wore
Hellstar
back in the
stuff is a
days that
little
they wearing right
bell
now.
bottomish. Yeah, I
Just like
get
the
it.
just like the haircuts when niggas started wearing the daggone high top fades again, and the gumbies and all that stuff. That was from
Yeah,
back in
but
the
niggas
'80s.
wasn't wearing green dreads and pink fingernails and pocketbooks and little and like little
Dudes was
Uzi.
now dudes wasn't wearing
Niggas wasn't being like little Uzi, bro. I don't
dude.
care what you say.
No, yes they was. Yes they was.
Ooh,
Yes they was.
what rapper was being like Lil Uzi? I'll
No,
wait.
I didn't say a rapper was being. I said it was people being like him. I didn't say a rapper. I said there was people being like them.
Yeah, but they
That
were
that was in the industry. No, you think this joint just happened overnight? No, this
no,
stuff been going on for
no.
years.
It's been
It been
going on
it
from
been
the beginning of time.
yes. So this ain't nothing new. This
But
ain't
these
nothing
new
new.
niggas is different though, free man. You gotta admit they.
No, everybody have their own twist on certain things.
Oh my
Even
god, bro.
even when we started wearing our stuff that my father and mother wore back in the day
The
when we was
baggy
wearing.
clothes, they ain't like my baggy clothes. My parents didn't like our Tommy Hilfiger over buttons and our
No,
polo, big polos and our. They
no,
didn't
just
like
like they
that.
just like they was talking about Lil Wayne with the saggy pants and hanging off your head. That he wasn't the first one doing. They was doing that when I was a kid. They was doing that when I was a kid. Telling kids to pull their pants up. Go back and watch some of them old Damian Wayne's movies and TV shows. They was wearing their pants sagging on there. This stuff ain't new. This stuff is
A
old.
meteor man.
This stuff is old.
Yeah, it's definitely old, but like I said, I don't care what you or nobody else say. These new niggas are different. This has never been seen before. I raised one of them, and you've probably raised some of them, and
Nope.
you know that these. Okay, so you haven't.
No,
Okay, so
I tell my kids straight up, nigga, you take that shit off. You ain't getting
okay,
none of that shit. We go to the store, nah, that's not it. That's
okay.
not
I
it.
I, I raised one of these new niggas, and I get a chance to look at um their friends and how they think and stuff. And I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's like nothing we've never seen, bro. These new niggas are so disrespectful. You couldn't catch me and my friends, and we was some cussing MFers.
No,
You would
like
not catch us on no train cussing the way they
Melanie,
do in front of other grown-ups. We
hold
didn't
on.
even have to know the
Hold
grown-ups.
up,
We
Melanie.
wasn't gonna cuss.
You're around my age, Melanie.
Mm.
How did the Force MDs dress back in the day, Melanie? You remember the Force MDs, the same dude that was on House Party? Go
Yeah.
look at some of their old videos.
Wait,
Matter of fact,
Force MD, are you
Pride,
talking about Full Force?
I mean Full Force. I said Force MD. I meant to say
Yeah,
Full
I was
Force.
wondering who he was talking about because I couldn't picture
Yeah,
these niggas.
Full Force.
You
I
talking about
always get them
staff and
mixed
them
up.
niggas,
I
bro.
always get them mixed up.
Them niggas was just wearing. Them niggas was like the muscle niggas back in the day.
No,
Like,
no, 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 dog. These niggas was wearing netted
yeah, they was,
blouses,
yeah,
not shirts, blouses.
they was wearing some questionable things, but again,
Questionable, nigga. It wasn't nothing questionable about it. It was women clothes.
yeah,
Those was blouses.
yeah, I guess I
You
guess
ain't
it was style. Yeah,
what
I know Full Force is.
what
I like ain't my type of hype and all that ish.
yeah
I mean,
what man store back in the days were you buying any of that stuff that they was wearing? What man
Full
store?
Force
Not
was
nail
different,
man store.
but it wasn't like, man, I can't say what I really want to say, man. So we'll have to have this conversation privately because I can't on this channel do that, yo. Because I really gonna say what I want to say, and BBO probably be out of business tomorrow. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
No, no, it's a like I said, it's a lot
The
lot of that
'70s
stuff.
had a different kind of swag than these new niggas, man. I don't care what none of
No,
y'all say, bro.
yeah, everybody got their own swag. Everybody got their own swag, but it was still stuff that your parents was looking at was like, these dudes dress funny as a
Cause
mug.
I didn't see new niggas argue with their girlfriend who hair is longer. Niggas in the '70s had afros, wasn't arguing about they or not
I,
arguing or disagreeing with their girlfriend about who hair is longer, and they
I'm not gonna say
wasn't painting their
yes
nails
or no
free.
because I wasn't old enough to know if niggas was arguing with their girls about who hair
Man,
was
they
long. I
wasn't
was born in
painting their
'76.
nails, bro.
I was born in '76. I wasn't old enough to know if they was arguing about who hair is longer. I don't know.
They wasn't. I don't either.
Hey,
I wasn't
I
born in
do
the
know,
'70s. Period. But
I do know. Back in the '60s and the '50s and the '70s, they was getting relaxed. They was getting relaxed just like the female. They was getting their hair curled just like the female. I do know that.
who niggas like Floyd Patterson and them niggas?
No,
Yeah.
you go look at the Temptations and all them back in the days. Back when they first came out, they had that their hair relaxed and all that stuff. It was a lot of them
Yeah,
that was
but
doing
if
that.
you ever, and I've never,
Yeah, it was a lot of them
but
doing
I'm
that.
saying
That was the
I wouldn't
style.
expect the Temptations. Like, okay, I can look at the Temptations and look at them and know and go to their concert back if I was around that time when they was cooking, and I would know they not feminine brothers. But if it's some other these dudes, some of these other R&B dudes, I don't know what they
No,
are anymore.
like I said, I understand everybody has their own swag to it. So some people was that. I mean, let's be honest. Most of these guys do it because they seen somebody else do it.
Bro, D1, I
They
want to snap so
they
bad.
they, they seen somebody else do it, and so they was like, "Oh, well, he did it, so let me do it." A lot of these young dudes do it because they seen a celebrity do it. They don't do it because they want to be the first one to do it. They saw a celebrity do it
All
first.
right,
And
I've never been in an era to where I've seen so many football players and basketball players paint their nails and dress like Kyle Kuzma and Russell Westbrook.
oh
Bro,
no, that
that's what I'm saying. These new niggas is different. They
no
wasn't doing that. You wasn't
no, but
seeing Doc and Larry, not Larry. I want to use the brothers. You wasn't seeing Doc and Moses and
that
and
because
and
that was because
Wilt is still pulling up
that was
with it.
that because back then it was a dress code. That stuff started changing when Allen Iverson came in the league. Allen
No,
Iverson
Allen.
changed. Allen
Yeah,
Iverson changed the dress code. He
right.
changed the dress code.
And
So
now there is no
it
dress code no more. Now, once again,
now it's not. But back in the day,
okay.
they used to all have to wear suits. They came dressed up for the game. It was a dress
They
code.
didn't really care about the NBA dress code until Iverson came around. When
Yeah,
Iverson came around with the chains, I had season tickets. I still got them. When Allen Iverson used to come in there and be gleaming and when he wasn't playing, his watch was shining all the way up to the nosebleeds, bro.
yeah,
I was like, damn, look at Al chains and his big white tee and his Jordan. I'm not his Jordans, but his jeans. That what kind of jean the nigga got on? What was the jeans popping at the time? Diesel jeans or whatever. That nigga Iverson, David Stern didn't like. Not David Stern. Yeah, David Stern didn't like that rap ish back. You know, he didn't want it in
yeah,
his white man's league. Al changed that. Now that
yeah.
they let up on it, all of the closet boy, man.
Yeah, because they couldn't force them dudes to wear suits and stuff like that. They were like, "Nigga,
Yeah, they
y'all
did
paying
because
me."
we went through the baggy suit era with Garnett and them niggas and Kenyon Martin with them crazy baggy jeans and button ups and
Yeah,
pointy shoes. We went
we
through
went.
that era because of David Stern.
Yeah,
Then they lifted it recently in the last I don't know how many years, but recently, and now they're painting their nails, they're dyeing their hair, and I just don't. I mean, it's cool. D1, I'm gonna be quiet, bro.
yeah. I mean, like I said, everybody put their own little twist on certain things or certain eras. They all put their own little twist. In the '80s, we had our own little twist that we put on it that was similar. It was still wearing some of similar clothes that our parents wore, but we put our own little twist on it. And then the '90s, they came up. They started putting their own little twist. In the 2000s, they put their own little twist on it. And now we at the 2020s. They putting their own twist on everything. Everybody put
There's
their
a
own
bunch of
twist on
twisting
everything.
going on. You're right. It's definitely some twisting going on. You're right about that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna end my note. I got my. I'm gonna my phone gonna die any minute now. It's on
Yeah,
1%, man.
mine's
It's
mine's
10
about to
o'clock.
die too.
Man, shout out to the JBT, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, and I know BVO do, bro. Cause y'all wasn't here a long time ago. I couldn't scroll down comments and not keep up with them, but now it's hard. It's getting harder and harder. And trust me, BVO definitely appreciate it. I know Free do, and I know I do too, man.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody coming through. Y'all smash the like button on your way out if y'all haven't already. If you catch
Please
this on the playback,
hit
smash
the
the like
like
button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and
and
we'll be
pull
back
up to the
tomorrow.
channel.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Talk some more of this boxing and sports. I don't know. We never know. We might have a guest tomorrow. So
Yeah,
we'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy D Free, prize
yeah,
fighter, Crush
yeah,
the Legend, BBO Boxing. And we out.
yeah.
We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing, yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them